Hey guys, it's Dave here. Welcome to the John Street Pub YouTube channel. I'm here with Dylan Villain of the Wild. Thanks for doing this for us, man.
Yeah, no problem.
It's great to have you.
Yeah.
So you guys just finished up a round of dates on November 8th with there's a couple days with Godsmack. We had Sonia, Buck Cherry. Can you just tell us how those dates went?
It was killer. We're good friends with you guys at Buck Cherry. And they are always so good to us. It was our second tour with them. And so a second run of Canada with them. So it's awesome going out again and seeing each other again. But it's always a development process for us when you're touring with bands that you've looked up to your whole life. Because I've listened to them since I was since the first record in '99. And when now to call them friends, it's pretty cool and all that. But for us, we're always really attentive to what's going on, because there's always something to learn. So they're so good to us in terms of advice and just little things on the road and sound and all that good stuff. So I love that, and that's been a big part of it. But the tour was great. It was all of Western Canada from Winnipeg, kind of zigzagged a bit in Sask, Alberta, and then we did a couple with Godsmack, one with Saint Sonia, and then we had a quick break, and then we flew out to Montreal, and now we're here in Ontario doing this, and then we meet up with the guys in Buck Cherry in Toronto and cap it all off.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
So the next question would be, I guess, because you guys are you're opening on a lot of those dates, you're headlining tonight, you did a couple other headline shows. Is it hard to transition from being second on a bill or third on a bill all the way to headlining? Is it a different transition?
Yes and no. I mean, there's always a we got some crazies out. There's always a respect level of respecting the headliner. You're not going to go out and rip an encore when you're an opener or a support band. So that's the obvious thing that's different. But we play the same as we would in any room for 5,000 people or for 500 people. It doesn't matter. We play the same.
Awesome. What's your favorite part about touring?
Playing music with them. It's the obvious thing that sticks out of my mind. It's just great. It's it is my job, but it's hard to feel like it's work, because I play music for a living. So that's a great feeling.
So in October, you guys also announced that you signed with E1 USA. If you could just maybe explain what that entails and what it means for the band now.
Sure. Yeah. It's killer. We're very excited about it. First and foremost, being that now the current record is now released worldwide. So it's in the States, it's in Europe, it's in the UK, it's in Japan, it's in South America. And with the success we've had with it here in Canada, to be able to allow those other markets to learn about us and get into us and all that, that's really cool. And essentially what that also means is getting singles out to radio in those markets opens up markets to tour in. So, making trips into the States and flying overseas, Japan and all that, we're stoked as hell.
Very cool.
Can't wait to get over there.
Very cool. You guys have a lot of one would call you versatile, very versatile. You got something a little slower, slow burn. You got something like Party Till You're Dead that just punches you in the face.
Yeah.
Do you feel that versatility in rock and roll especially is important, or do you think it's just do what you guys do?
I don't know. It depends. It depends on the band. It depends on who your band is, what your sound is, and what your whole angle is, and who are you as a person. For us, we're versatile because we, as musicians, and our taste is versatile. We like a lot of different things. So I think it's natural with us. What I say is, calculated or important to me. I don't know. It just again it depends. Because I love bands that are all about one thing. Motorhead has a few different sides to them, but not really. And I love that. But then I like bands who branch out and do other things too. So again, I guess it just kind of depends on the band.
So, what do you think the next single's going to be on the album? Because you had Slow Burns, made a big, huge buzz. What's the next single going to be?
Well,
unless it's a surprise.
No.
Then keep it hush.
No, it's cool. Slow Burn, people don't even know this, but Party Till You're Dead was the first single off the record.
Okay.
And we released it knowing full well that it was way too, fucking loud and fast and crazy for any radio station to pick it up. We got a couple features and stuff, but it was more to just be like, you know, this is who we are. Fucking get used to it. You know, we're like you said, we're versatile, yes, but that crazy side of us isn't going away anytime soon. So fucking get used to it, you know. So that's why we did, and it just set the tone. Then we went on with Slower, and it did really well. You know, obviously it was killer. And then we went on with Straight to Hell after that, and Straight to Hell did relatively well as well, in the charts and everything. And now, just recently, we just released What About You, which is also, speaking of versatility, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a slower blues number. So, yeah, man, it just came out. It's brand new, so look it up, request it.
Awesome. What are some of your biggest influences as a musician, as a band?
Like musical influences?
Musical influences, just anything.
I like,
Really.
like with the way I write songs, like I kind of would, you know, compare it to the way a guy writes a movie, in a way. Like a lot of the shit that I write about I've lived, and you know, that's why it comes from a really real place. But some of it is just like a feeling, where like a guy writing a movie or writing a script, he's just setting the scene, you know, setting the tone of what the movie's about. So a lot of times I think like certain musicians, depends what kind of songs they're writing, just kind of make this world in your head, you know, just get into it, build something, create something out of that. So, you know, having said that, I like old stuff. You know, I really like the Delta blues, like the old original Delta blues. You know, I really like Muddy Waters, and Howlin' Wolf. You know, there's tons of them. Like I can sit all day and talk about that. That really influences me individually. But then there's the punk side of our band too, and the common thread between those two is the conviction between these. The old Delta blues, when they just fucking bled it. Like they weren't doing it for any reason besides like they were creating music. And there's no facade to it, and same with punk, man. Like the real deal punk rockers, they're fucking unapologetically punk. So we kind of somehow fuse the two worlds, it seems, and I love it, man. So I'd say those are probably the two biggest, you know, things that push and pull us.
Awesome. So you touched on your songwriting process. Is it like an individual sort of thing and then you guys all come together? Or is it just get in a room, jam out, and see what happens?
Yeah, no, like, it's really cool because I'll write the song, and then once I bring it to the room and we all get together, it becomes its own thing. So, you know, one guy might have something, but by the time all four of us get together and do it, it becomes a wild thing. So, yeah.
Awesome. And just last question really quick. What's next for you guys? What's the next big plan after these shows?
We're always up to something. Without giving too much away.
Okay.
We work super hard. There is a new record coming when, I don't know.
Okay.
But it's coming.
Awesome.
It's coming soon.
Awesome. You heard that here, but
Yeah,
everybody, stay tuned, everybody, for our YouTube channel. We're going to do more interviews with artists like this. I'm Dave again. Thanks for watching. Dylan from the Wild. Check him out. Get the record. It's friggin' awesome. See you guys later.